Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a video giving my thoughts on Chael Sonnen officially announcing his retirement from mixed martial arts. Alright, so yep, some unfortunate news. I am a little bit saddened by the news because a lot of my favorite fighters or fighters that I really enjoyed watching are, one at a time, retiring. Anderson getting injured so bad he may retire, and it's just getting to that point in mixed martial arts where kind of like the second wave of big fighters after Pride shut down that became big in the UFC, and that they're getting to the points in their career where they can't continue to fight. So it's unfortunate with Chael Sonnen's situation that basically he feels he needs to have the TRT, otherwise he can't function properly, he can't train properly, he can't fight properly, and other personal things as well too he can't do properly without it. So as a result, because it's basically banned now, they can't use it at all, even though they were allowed to before. He's basically done. He said that's it. He's going to hang him up. So really sucks because I was looking forward to seeing him against Vanderlei. I was also looking forward to when Vanderlei popped. I was looking forward to the Vitor fight. I thought that was going to be a lot of fun. And yeah, man, it really sucks because I think that's an exciting fight, and I do feel like even to this day, Chael is one of the best guys at middleweight. Now, yes, he went up to light heavyweight and he had a little bit of trouble there with Rashad and some of the other guys, but I personally think his frame. I think he should fight at middleweight just because of his frame. It's not to say that he can't compete at light heavyweight. He can, but Lyoto Machida is the same way. If you can make it down a weight class, you're probably best to fight at the lowest weight class your frame will allow you to fight at. Now, that doesn't mean you should be fighting at 170, but 185, if they can make 185 without, getting too strained or in there, without getting too skinny, then that's probably the best weight for them to fight at. John Jones is an example of somebody that fights at a weight class lower than he probably could. He's really lean so that he can fight at 205, and I don't think he would do as well at heavyweight as he has done at 205. So definitely with Chael Sonnen, was one of the best middleweights we've ever had in the UFC. I mean, the middleweight division, in terms of who I can think of, middleweights, you're talking Chael Sonnen, Anderson Silva, Chris Weidman, and then, there was, of course, a good number of others there, but, the biggest guys that we've had so far in the UFC's middleweight division, 185, have been those guys, at the top, basically. There's Damian Maia in there, too, of course, and others, but Chael was one of the biggest. He was one of the biggest and one of the most exciting, I think. When you look at his fights with Anderson, especially the second one, I remember personally how much buzz there was around that second fight. It was similar to the Chris Weidman against Anderson Silva second one. Maybe, no, even more so, because Chael was really able to hype that fight up quite a bit. That fight was one of the biggest the UFC's ever put on, the rematch between Anderson and Chael. And personally, that was the one that when I tuned in for, I was buzzing, man. I was so excited to see who was going to win that fight because I thought it was a really good matchup and it made a lot of sense. And then, going on from there, too, he had a lot of other great fights as well, too. Great fights at middleweight, great fights at light heavyweight, even getting a chance at John Jones. Doing pretty well, actually, considering John Jones getting injured in the fight and becoming really close to becoming champions in both weight classes had, the fight been stopped with John, or had he been able to pull out the first matchup against Anderson. So definitely a fighter that's going to be missed. Is there a chance that maybe he'll come back and fight anyway, even though he's retiring now? I guess there's a chance, but I guess we'd have to see if they're going to allow him to take TRT. And as of right now, it sounds like they're banning it entirely, and it's not going to be a thing anymore. Nobody will be using it. So I just kind of wanted to throw my thoughts out there real quick on the announcement, on the retirement. Man, it sucks. A lot of my favorite mixed martial artists, just one at a time, going, just one at a time, all the way down. So, but as they leave, we'll see new guys come in. Although I don't know if there'll ever be anybody in the UFC that's as good at talking trash as Chael Sonnen was or is. So let me know what you guys think about the retirement. Let me know what you think about Chael and his career. And do you think it's the right time for him to call it quits? Do you think he should still stick around and figure it out, maybe try fighting without TRT and see how it goes? you know, maybe do something else like take a test booster or something. I think he can probably do that and get away with something like that, as long as it's not too crazy and his levels are under the amount. So if he watches it and he keeps it under the amount, which is a simple test boost or something, maybe that'd be okay. As long as it's an acceptable substance. I guess it depends. You'd have to look into the science and the specifics of that. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about it. And for me personally, it's a shame. Kind of sucks. But anyway, I am happy to have got to see him compete and see what he was able to do in the sport, because I thought he was a really exciting wrestler, you know, with great boxing as well too, but definitely his wrestling was pretty fearsome, especially at middleweight, the way he was able to just take anybody down at will pretty much. So let me know what you guys think about all that, and I'll call it here. That's it for this video, guys. I'll see you for the next one. This is Trav as always, and I'm saying